Hey, guess what? Hi, AQUARIUS, Aquarius, dear Aquarius. Hello, welcome. This is Tarot Lumination, Love and Relationship Report for June 2017. I have more shuffling to do, but let's get on with it, okay? This is for you and the other, okay? So what I would ask, please, I got to keep shuffling. Please, dear Aquarius, watch for your sun and moon and rising, because that's apparently how tarot works. I don't know why they call it that way, but I guess it gives everybody like, you know, a category. So you go by those signs. Okay, we use the astrology signs. Anyway, also another thing, dear Aquarius, please take the time to watch the playlist video. It's like a general overview video for the whole playlist. It'll help you understand the hows and whys of this particular reading and the way it's happening, okay? Because I do readings in specific ways. First off, like, you know, it's just basic tarot, stripped down, bare bone. I don't do any reversals, no flyers, no jumpers. There's no... I don't have any oracle cards for this month. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to leave it stripped down. There's so much work to do here. So we're just trying to keep up. That's the reality of the situation. So, okay, just take a breath. Here we are. This is where we are right now. Tarot Illumination, Love and Relationships, June 2017. We do it like this. Okay, please watch the playlist overall video. It's probably going to be video number 1 or number 13. That's how we do it, okay? All right, let's get into it. All right, let's get into it, people. I got to finish shuffling for you just right up to the very last second, but I always shuffle well in advance too, because I like to have kind of like a totally random deck, because what happens on this show, on this channel, is that we get so much synchronicity where we could get these kind of repeat energies, which they're kind of cool, but I'd like to keep everything kind of exclusive. Like, we are reading for Aquarius now, okay? And that's it, okay? Not for 5 other signs simultaneously. So, with all the best of intentions, dear Aquarius, let's have a look. So let's see what's happening. I'll try to keep it together here. We're getting close to the new moon. Well, we're actually right on the new moon here while we're doing these reports. So everything is very, very, very like sensitive and delicate and open to flux, shall we say. So let's just take advantage of that as opposed to being a victim of that kind of energy. All right? So I'll stop talking now, dear Aquarius, and we'll get on with your reading. Let me cut. Please just let me do a quick cut for you. All right? All right. That's okay. We're rolling. We're on a move here. So this is you. Okay, dear Aquarius, that's you. Okay. This is the other. Okay, whether it's a significant other of 20 years or somebody you're wishing for that you don't even have right now, it's still the energy field. It's like a reflection of your own energy field, okay? Going deeper into Aquarius, starting to build out the crucible, going deep into the other, their membership in the crucible. And here is the status of the crucible itself, okay? Or let's just say the status of the relationship, okay? And, okay, does that look okay? Can you see that? All right, it looks like a little bowl. This is like a bowl that can endure massive amounts of refraction, okay? Huge amounts of tension and pressure that typically occurs in the context of a significant relationship. Because despite all best intentions of wanting a rosy, beautiful outcome, we eventually soon discover the shadow side of ourselves and each other. And that's where things start to get a little questionable. So we hope that in the context of the crucible, It's a safe zone where both you and the significant other have an opportunity to live through that uh, transformational energy. Even if it's cataclysmic, can you hang in? Can you endure and come out the other side like with a rebirth of yourself? Okay? Because you're always in a constant state of dying and being reborn. That's the reality of our lives. It's just that nobody likes to admit it. And this would be like where things are going, hopefully. Let's just see, positive or negative. We don't know. Let's just have a look here. And oh, underneath it all, the weather. Some people like to see what's going on. Let's have a look. Underneath, oh, we have the lovers. So, dear Aquarius, you might be in a vortex of energy coming around you where you realize, like, holy shit, man, I have to make some big decisions because there is a lot at stake here, and I'm only just realizing, holy doot 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 doot, FUC, all that. Okay, so understanding, like, going, and this can be a real challenge for Aquarius because, not without trying to like put you in like a, whatever they call it, like a profile, like an archetypal profile where everybody says, oh, Aquarius, it's all mental, it's all in the brain. They're scared of intimacy. They're scared of a close relationship. They always want their freedom, blah, 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 blah. I'm sorry, but Aquarius, you're a human being just like anybody else. And as much as you might be highly unique and specialized in your own way of being, you still deserve a loving, caring, intimate relationship. It just might be in a different mode of expression that everyone else would call an intimate relationship. So we have to allow for that, okay? We have to allow for that in Aquarius. It's almost like Aquarius gets a free pass that no one else gets. So in the context of a significant relationship, you may be coming to the realization that, holy shit, I am going to be stripped down naked. They're going to be stripped down naked. Does this mean I actually have to go into this where you're going to see all of me, all the best of me and all the worst of me, where I have to endure all the joys, experience all the joys, but I actually have to endure the sorrows as well? Holy shit, like, nobody told me that. And the other person is just dealing with the same thing, like, oh my God, what am I doing with this Aquarius? Do I really want to go that deep? Do I really want to go that far? Is it actually worth it? Oh my God, because this is serious, because once you're in the energy vortex of making these profound decisions, it's almost like there's no going back. So it might be just a simple decision like, do I like them or don't I? Or it could be like, your whole freaking life is at stake. We don't know. Let's just play around. Let's have a look. So what's going on with you? All right, dear Aquarius? Epic stuff. Oh my God. All right, we're off to it looks like it's going to be a significant reading here in terms of like feeling like things might be fated. If you're feeling, dear Aquarius, that coming up and into and through June, that this significant relationship dynamic is coming to an epic conclusion, it might be magnificent, or it might be just resoundingly awful. It almost doesn't matter because it's the end of the end. It's almost like this blinding realization, like, wow, it is over. It's beautiful. It's been epic. And I might be in the process of, let's just say, realizing there is an end to a relationship, an end to a significant relationship in one form or another. And it might be epic. It might be a beautiful ending. Or it could be also that you're coming to this like epic realization of utter completion where like, oh my God, it's actually happening, or it has the potential to really happen. And it isn't just in my imagination. It's like, it's fated by the universe. Like, it's divinely ordained. Okay. It's set that often with the world card, there can be the feeling of completion and endings. But it is very beautiful, nevertheless. Even if it's like a tragic ending that leads to an opening for a new beginning, that's fine too. I sometimes think of this in terms of like feature films or like trilogies or something where you just watched the first one out of a trilogy and it was epic. It had its complete storyline from beginning and the middle and an end, all in one feature film. But you signed on for the trilogy, so even though part one might be over, there's a whole other world ahead called part two. But you can't get through to part two. There's no point in even looking at part two until you have lived through completely part one, completely and utterly, all the joys and all the sorrows. And you might be going through that like vortex energy field right now, almost like going around in a tumble dryer where like, holy God, now I'm seeing what happened. Oh my God, I was the leading starring role in that movie. And they were like, oh, now I get it. Oh my God. It was awful. It was a tragedy. Or it was amazing. I'm glad it's like the way it is. But it's time to move on because everything is changing because part one is over. All right, dear Aquarius? So you might be leaving one way of being and entering a whole new way of being, having completed whatever needs to be completed and lived out. It might be like the end of an epic, what I call lifestyle package deal. It might have lived its life. It might be totally expired now, and there's no going back. And all that lies ahead is the future. Oh no. So what's going on with them? Okay. They might be in a position where they are feeling like this is just fine the way it is, and it worked out just okay. I got what I deserved, and you got what you deserved, and that's just fine. We both benefited out of each other. I benefit from you, you benefit from me. I feel like the other is saying to themselves, either to themselves, or it might be openly shared with you, like, man, we had an epic ride. And okay, well, maybe we didn't understand everything that was going along, but damn, it was worth it. I love sharing everything I have with you. I love that you share having everything that you have with me. It's awesome. It could be that it's all working out really, really good, and I'm right here and ready for part two. But we need to understand that we need to allow part one to let's just say, be absorbed and understood and appreciated and valued. Like, wow, that was awesome. We did all this, we did all that together. And wow, I really respect you for all your loving kindness, generosity, and I respect you for all your kindness, loving, and generosity. But the thing is, there's a whole new chapter unfolding, okay? We don't know what that is yet. So let's have a look. What's going on deeper inside of you, Aquarius? Okay, it might be that as one lifestyle package deal is falling apart or maybe collapsing or has come to this epic, beautiful conclusion, only to open the doorway to another epic lifestyle package deal, part two, then that's awesome. But in the process, if you have had to endure a little bit of awakenings in terms of like truth, the real deep, deep heart of truth of what's actually going on in a relationship, as opposed to what I thought was going on for so long, that can be a little bit unnerving. Because let's just say this is the card of the innocent whistleblower. And this is your energy on yourself, where you have had to look in the mirror and understand, like, I'm Aquarius and I love myself and I'm freaking awesome and I know it already. But the reality is, it's just that I was living under a lot of misperceptions, illusions, lies, betrayals, and treacheries that were not becoming of me. And I need an upgrade. and I need to cut out and remove what is not operational or effective or suitable. And I think that's a good idea. I think that would be a really, really cool thing to do. Um, it's probably best if I just do it. Now, it could be that the other ones, they're doing the same thing on me, and I have to accept that it could be a little bit awkward or uncomfortable or painful, but I have to also understand that no harm is intended. Like, you might be going through this relationship dynamic at the moment, dear Aquarius, where you might feel as though you're getting called out, where the truth of you, the deep down truth of you is getting called out. Like, like, I really love you and appreciate you so much, dear Aquarius. Like, you're awesome, and we had all this, and we did all that, and that's great. But what the heck is actually going on with you? Because I'm detecting that you are not all that you say you are, or that you're radiating an energy that I'm detecting that is actually different from what I thought existed. And that's really uncomfortable and awkward for me, because like the other person, I'd like things to be just kind of the way they are. I like solidity, and I like being appreciated. I like the reciprocal energy of receiving and giving. However, I can see inside of you, dear Aquarius, that you are going through some epic, deep internal lifestyle package deal changes. It might not be with me, or it might not be with yourself, but it's definitely within yourself. And so you might be getting called out, dear Aquarius, or you might be kind of doing this very humbling thing where you are being very like brutally open, honest with yourself, and doing a total reevaluation. Like when you go into Aquarius 2, the upgrade, so to speak, moving onward through June and outwards through the rest of your upcoming few months or whatever, that gulp. I really need an upgrade. I really need to be honest with myself that I have been deceiving myself. I have been deceiving others. I have allowed myself to be deceived. I have allowed myself to be betrayed by others, and that's not cool. And if only I had known before, then I wouldn't be like an innocent victim, so to speak. But it's okay. I think I'm getting it. I think I understand. And I'm still trying to figure it out. And I don't mean to upset anybody or turn over any apple carts as I evolve and grow into the new Aquarius lifestyle package deal that is going to inevitably unfold from June onwards. I want things to be good. Your intentions are innocent and good. It's just that with the energy of a whistleblower or a whistleblowing on yourself, there can often be some like backlash or rip current, so you might step on people's toes, or people might be stepping on your toes in a way that's, let's just face it, uncomfortable. All right? So what's going on with them from their perspective? Oh, if they are feeling, I'm just saying feeling, that it might be appropriate to walk away, or it might be, they might be feeling that you are walking away at their expense, at their loss of something in which they felt that they were deeply emotionally invested in with you, then that could be a problem for the other half, so to speak. In other words, they're over there thinking like, well, I did that for you and you did that for me and everything was okay. But what I'm sensing right now, if I'm honest, going deeper down inside, is that there might be some kind of separation of energy going on here, because you have reached a kind of a conclusion. And I wasn't fully aware. And you figured that out for yourself. And now I'm left with this situation where I might get shortchanged. I might be the one who gets left behind. Okay. And so, in other words, you're telling me, dear Aquarius, that I might have to move on without you. On the other hand, dear Aquarius, from their perspective, they might be understanding what's going on with you, and they might be realizing that, oh my God, I might have to go on without you. Despite all the love that we share, all the love that we own together, everything that we have invested in our hearts with ourselves and each other, it's like, well, if the show's over, the show's over. Okay? So again, it's almost like there's no like hard misery, grief, sadness, or justice, or it's like, finally, I'm out of here, or finally, like, we're going to get this sorted out, or finally, it's all going to work out, or maybe we're going to find a way to work it out so that it becomes bigger and better some way, somehow. No, there's nothing really dark there. It's just like, it's a realization that, my God, maybe the show really is over. Maybe a whole new show is beginning, and we're like in the middle of a trilogy, like one of those, like when you do binge watching of like your favorite trilogy and you're doing like a 6-hour binge watch thing. You might just be going through the point where you've just lived through Aquarius 1, and now you're entering Aquarius 2, and you're just going through the vortex of change before Aquarius 2 even starts opening. Okay, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to relate this in terms of cinematographic experience. So inside the crucible here of the relationship, that's what I feel is going on here, and I'm trying to express it as clearly as I can. So in the relationship itself, what is the status quo? Okay, dear Aquarius, this is your reading, okay? It's not their reading. This is your reading for you about your relationship with the other, okay? In that regard, the context of the relationship, the status of the relationship might be, let's say, a balancing act. It's pretty obvious. If you see all the emotional matters of the heart, the so-called turbulence, the deep wave stuff that's going on right now, inside matters of the heart, which can often be very hard for Aquarius to balance and understand, because Aquarius tends to be much more functional and capable through the intellect, concepts, logic, thought, facts, observations, beliefs, suppositions, understandings, and conditioning, for better or for worse. Whereas dealing with matters of deep emotional currents that could be translated into things like intimacy. Whoa. What is that? You mean we're actually going to have to get that close? That's like, that could threaten my freedom, my independence. I don't know if I want to do that. You want me to say I love you? I did. I thought I did that. I wrote it in a card. Didn't you get it? Blah, 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 blah. Doesn't that mean we love each other or not? I don't know. So, dear Aquarius, if you're feeling like this important relationship is in a state of balance where you are literally struggling to find the balance of like what actually happens now. It might be like you're trying to understand, just trying to understand this, like, could it really, really be the end of something so epic and so amazing that I thought I shared with someone else who loved and appreciated me, and I loved and appreciated them, and that we are actually entering into a whole new chapter? I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out because I don't really fully understand, okay? But that makes total sense, because this would be the equivalent of Aquarius taking a good, cold, hard look at themselves, not only themselves, but the relationship overall, the whole crucible of the relationship from a bigger, broader perspective, like we do here. Okay, so this little card here is all about the relationship itself, where the relationship is I'm not saying in threat, but it is in a state of very, very delicate balance. And the outcome is going to be very, very much dependent on decisions. I'm not saying it's just one decision. It could be a stream of tiny, tiny little decisions in very matter-of-fact, very well calculated, balanced, evaluated processes to figure out where is it all going to go from here. Okay? Literally, where is it going to go? How's it going to look in reality? What is actually going on with this relationship? Or you could say your relationships, like with yourself, first of all, and with a significant other. And are there others involved? You might have a lot of love interests that you're trying to balance out in all sorts of aspects of your life besides a significant other. And trying to balance it all out in a way that's effective might be a struggle for you, because you're coming to the truth, like a realization of like, oh my God, I better figure out this stuff. I need to know the truth. I've realized that I'm not willing to live in a bunch of optical illusions. I need to know the truth of what's going on, which leads to this like very awkward energy of like, oh, we got to figure this out. You know, we have to figure out what's happening with Aquarius 2. Where's it going to go? Are we even going to have Aquarius 2? Is there even hope? Is there a possibility? Let's have a look. Where's it going? Okay. The reality is that facing, okay, let's just like cut to the chase now. Okay. So with this little reading for Aquarius for June, the way I feel it is that overall, if there's some like realization that you have come to this kind of wrapping up, this kind of ending thing, all the best and all the worst, like for better or for worse, and you're realizing that there are certain truths being revealed that may or may not be awkward, which is leading you to have to really seriously evaluate and balance out what's going on, or if there is still anything going on, because you might be losing somebody, or you might be getting rid of somebody inadvertently, because you're realizing that by living your truth, you're actually, without openly saying it or doing it, essentially like deleting the other. The other might feel like they're deleting themselves and moving on, but this is a shared energy, okay? This is their energy, but it's still occurring inside the crucible, okay? So you do have, you are a component of this energy of moving away and separating in matters of the heart, okay? It's a growth and evolving and moving on kind of energy, but you are a participant. This is your reading, okay? This is for you. And so we're focusing on you, Aquarius. But in the process of going through this juggling act, you might come to a realization that you have a lot of issues that need examination, that have been buried, probably ignored for a long, long time. Okay? Now, I'm not going to say that's the end of the reading right now, but essentially it is. I mean, that's pretty much it. I don't want to like go on forever about this card, but I mean, it pretty much speaks for itself. You might be discovering in very like either innocent ways that, oh my God, I might have been living through all sorts of misperceptions, like betrayals, treacheries, lies, misunderstandings, falsehoods, fake this, fake that, fake that, fake that, all of which actually like dissolve and undermine and can destroy a relationship. And by ignoring all that stuff, you might be coming to a realization that Aquarius 2, to be an epic movie, you really need to address this stuff. So going forward through June, you might come to a realization as you start to come into crystallized awareness of the relationship, and you realize there's a lot of stuff that needs to be figured out, and you realize it's all inside of you. That could be a really daunting awakening, because this is your reading for you. And this is the status of the relationship and where it's going. So you might be coming to a realization that there are a lot of unresolved, very, very, very awkward issues that are not being addressed, and they need to be addressed in order to have a healthy love and relationship. And that's on you. That is on you, dear Aquarius. This is your reading, okay? This is your reading, and this is your relationship reading. This is the other, and this is where the relationship is heading, okay? That's not good or bad. It's just, treat this as a golden opportunity to face, like, do a serious, like, whistleblowing on yourself. You realize, oh my God, I really got to take care of this stuff, or else I'm just going to go back and forth in circles, and I'm just going to keep watching the same Aquarius 1 movie over and over and over again. I'm never going to get to Aquarius 2, let alone Aquarius 3. Okay? So that's how it's looking over here right now. All right, Aquarius? I hope you get something out of this. I hope it makes sense. Please, please read for your sun, moon, and rising. Please watch the whatever it's called, the playlist video, like the overview for June and how we do the readings themselves, okay? And please make the best of it. I hope it didn't hurt your feelings. I hope I didn't touch on any really hot button, very hard issues or awkward energies and stuff like that. I do what I can here for you, so please make the best of it. Please, please, please reinterpret however you want. Plenty of readers would look at this in a completely different way, but we're just doing this here, stripped down, bare bones, okay, for you, Aquarius. All the best in June, dear Aquarius and your other, okay? Bye. Bye-bye.